Welcome back to Factonomy, the home of mind-blowing truths hiding behind history's biggest headlines. Today we're diving into 7 shocking, lesser-known facts about British colonization in India. Facts rarely mentioned in textbooks, but which completely reshape how we understand one of the most powerful empires in history. Trust me. Fact number 7 will change the way you think about India's economic past forever. When we think of colonization, we imagine armies, kings, and governments. But India? India was not conquered by Britain. It was conquered by a private corporation, the British East India Company. This company had no king, no secure borders, just profit and ambition. Yet it built an army of 260,000 soldiers, twice the size of Britain's national army at the time. A company ruled millions of people. Imagine Amazon or Apple invading countries today. That's how bizarre this actually was. Before British rule, India wasn't a developing nation. It was a global economic powerhouse. In the year 1700, India contributed 1/4 of the world's GDP. It was a major exporter of textiles, spices, steel, and luxury goods. But after 2 centuries of British rule, India's share dropped to less than 3%. India used to be world famous for its textiles: Bengal muslin, known as woven air, and Indian cotton that was unmatched anywhere. So what did the British do? They taxed Indian-made cloth at 70–80%, making it too expensive overseas, while allowing British textiles into India tax-free. Indian weavers, once celebrated globally, were pushed into poverty. Some historical accounts even mention weavers having their thumbs cut off. Whether symbolic or literal, the truth is this: India's world-leading textile industry was systematically dismantled to make room for Britain's factories. A global industry deleted. Between 1770 and 1947, India suffered more than 30 major famines. Under India's own rulers, such large-scale famines were almost unknown. Why the sudden change? Because British policies forced farmers to grow cash crops, opium, cotton, indigo, rather than food. In the Great Bengal Famine of 1943 alone, 3 million people died. Winston Churchill, informed of starvation, reportedly said, "If food is so scarce, why isn't Gandhi dead yet?" Meanwhile, grain continued to be exported during the famine. These weren't natural disasters, they were policy-induced catastrophes. Here's something rarely discussed. India wasn't just a colony, it was a financial engine for Britain's global ambitions. India paid for British military campaigns in Asia and Africa, World War I and World War II expenses. British officers' salaries and pensions in World War I alone. India contributed today's equivalent of $20 billion, yet Indian soldiers weren't even granted equal rights. Imagine being forced to pay for a war you didn't start, and being told it's an honor. Here is a fact they almost never teach. The British Empire became one of the largest drug dealers in history. It forced Indian farmers to grow opium, bought it at extremely low prices, and smuggled it into China, illegally. China resisted. Britain responded with the Opium Wars, using India's opium money and Indian soldiers to fight. India's land, India's economy, and India's people were used to fuel a global narcotics operation. This is colonization at its darkest. Many say, but didn't Britain build railways and infrastructure in India? Here's the jaw-dropping truth. The railways were not gifts. Indians paid for them, with interest. British investors were guaranteed returns of 5% every year, whether the railways made profit or not. Losses covered by Indian taxpayers. And the railways weren't designed to help Indians travel. They were built to move cotton and coal to ports, transport troops for quick suppression. export wealth out of the country. By 1900, India was exporting millions of tons of raw materials while importing expensive British goods. Development? No. It was extraction, engineered with Indian money. So there you have it, 7 hidden truths about British rule in India that most history books leave out. A story not of simple conquest, but of economics, exploitation, and extraordinary resilience. If you found this eye-opening, smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe to Factonomy for more mind-bending history.